Tao lang ako, Diyos siya. Kaya kahit anong gawin ko, magkakasala at magkakasala pa rin ako. Teka, tama nga ba yung excuse ko? Tara, pag-usapan natin yan.
Jesus loves me, this I know. Jesus loves me, this I know. I won't.
On my first vlog, kung napanood ninyo, pinag-usapan natin yung pag-create sa atin ni Lord in His own image and likeness. And kung paano tayo sineparate ng sin from that concept. And of course, kung paano tayong pwede pa rin mabuhay na nagre-reflect ng presence ni Lord through Jesus Christ by being vessels of grace, of kindness, of mercy, of love. So, ngayon naman, pag-uusapan natin yung isa sa common misconceptions ng mga tao na because they're just humans, they have this thing in their minds na they are limited, that they are bound to fail, that they are weak, and that they will sin and sin no matter what happens, and that they will always commit sin. Na ito yung nagiging minsan dahilan para hindi sila magbago and hindi nila embrace yung transformation na pwedeng gawin ni Lord sa buhay nila. You know what? That's one of the devil's lies sa buhay mo. Yes, we all fall short into the glory of the living God, and that none of us meet that requirement na dapat perfect tayo. That's why Jesus Christ died for us, because we're sinners and that none of us is worthy to go to heaven. But it doesn't end there. When Jesus saved us and when we accepted that rescue na inoffer ng Panginoon sa atin, you also gain that power to reign over your sinful nature and to make the enemy your footstool. You want an example? I'll give it to you. Siyempre, lalayo pa ba tayo? Gawin nating example yung buhay ni Jesus Christ. Oops! Alam ko iniisip mo na Jesus Christ is Lord and that He is perfect because He is Lord. But you have to consider and to put into the equation na si Jesus Christ, even though He is Lord, nagkatawang tao siya. Pag sinabi nating tao, may pakiramdam na kagaya ng sa atin, may cravings na kagaya ng sa atin, may desires na kagaya ng sa atin, may mata na kagaya ng sa atin, at may utak na kagaya ng sa atin. So, there's no excuse sa part ni Jesus Christ na kahit na siya ay Panginoon, siya ay namuhay pa rin na kagaya natin. And it is to prove that God made us fearfully and wonderfully. That means that we are superior to all other things in this world. And you know what? That includes ourselves. Yes, we are superior than our desires, than our thinking, than our dreams, than all the things that we worry about that might happen into our lives. God designed us just like that, and it was proven by Jesus Christ when He was tempted nung siya ay nagfa-fasting ng 40 days and 40 nights. To elaborate, Jesus was tempted 3 times, and those temptations summarize all the sins that we may encounter and experience in this lifetime. Those sins are also stated in 1 John chapter 2 verses 15 to 17. Sabi doon, ang mga sin na nakalagay doon ay cravings of man, lust of the eyes, and the boasting of what he has and does. The bread represents all our needs, all our cravings, the cravings of man that's also stated in 1 John chapter 2. And yung mga cravings na yun, those are often the reasons kung bakit tayo ay nalalayo sa Panginoon at naagaw yung attention natin. because kailangan natin ng pera, para makakain, para may matuluyan, at para pantustos sa lahat ng bagay. So, yun yung kadalasan ay nagiging dahilan kaya tayo ay nagpo-fall short at nadidistract sa mga bagay na temporary lang. Anong sagot ni Jesus doon? Sabi niya, "The man does not live by bread alone." The second temptation was when Jesus was challenged to throw himself down doon sa bangin at sinabi nung devil na kung ikaw ay anak ng Diyos, kaya mong utusan yung mga anghel na iligtas ka dyan. But ang sabi ni Jesus na do not put your God into test. Yung challenge na yun, it represents our pride. The things that we can boast. Jesus is God. Jesus is Lord. And kaya niya naman talagang gawin yung bagay na yun. But because He did not came here to serve Himself, but to serve God and every one of us, hindi niya inaccept yung bait na yun ng kaaway. The third temptation was when Jesus was offered all the luxuries and kingdoms in life. And nakapalit is ibabow down niya and i-worship niya yung devil. And doon, sabi ni Jesus, it is written na dapat ang sinasamba lang natin at pinaglilingkuran ay ang Panginoon. And doon nga pinaalis niya na si Satan. So, the last temptation represents the lust of our eyes, all the dreams that we have, all the goals that we want to achieve, everything na dinidream natin. So, yun yung mga bagay na oftentimes nagiging dahilan kung bakit si Lord ay pinagpapalit natin. Dahil sa gusto mo ng ganito, gusto mo ng ganyan, si Lord ay naisasantabi natin. Jesus has proven that we can overcome those temptations. And doon sa tatlong temptasyon na yun na kinaharap ni Jesus, we have to consider that He was in His lowest state because 40 days and 40 nights siyang nagfa-fasting. So wala siyang kinain, wala siyang iniinom, napakahina ng physical attribute niya ng time na yun. And syempre, dahil din doon sa hindi niya pagkain pag-inom, kahit yung mental state niya ay napakahina. Pero still na-overcome yun ni Jesus. And you know what's the secret kaya na-overcome niya yun? It's because He knows the Word of God. So lahat ng pinang-combat niya doon sa temptation na binigay ng kaaway ay lahat ay words na nanggaling mismo sa Biblia. So unang temptation, sabi niya na man should not live by bread alone but by the Word of God. Sa pangalawang temptation, sabi niya, it is written that you should not put your God into test. And sa pangatlong temptation, sabi niya na it is written that you should only worship and serve God and God alone. So, the deception na binibigay ng kaaway sa atin is that we are weak and that we are bound to fail no matter what effort we do. Pero ang sinasabi ni Jesus is we can succeed and that we are strong enough to defeat the enemy. But in order to do that, you should know God. And you should have that relationship with Him so that you will gain the power to overcome the enemy. Kagaya ng ginawa ni Jesus Christ na hindi niya na-overcome yung enemy by His own might, but by the strength of God na nasa Kanya. That despite na napakahirap nung kinakaharap niya na yun, still na-overcome niya because He knows God well. And He knows what He says in every situation He encountered. So, tama naman talaga. Apart from God, we can do nothing. But with Him by our side, we can do all things through Him who strengthens us. So, we should not make our human being as an excuse not to do God's will in our lives. Because Jesus, the one that we are following, proved to us na hindi mahina ang tao. Kaya lang tayo nagiging mahina is because we are disconnected sa Panginoon. But if we're going to connect ourselves to Him through His words na mababasa natin sa Biblia, for sure, no one and nothing can be against us. Kaya, hindi ka tao lang. Hindi ka mababang nilalang. God created you to gain victory over everything. God created you to be superior even to yourself. God created you for breakthroughs. And God created you to be an overcomer, just as how Jesus overcame this world. So whenever you hear the devil speaks to your mind at sabihin sa'yo na mahina ka, na magkakamali ka, na hindi mo yan kaya, rebuke the devil at sabihin mo sa kanya na sinet na ng Panginoon ang victory sa buhay ko. So sa lahat ng nararanasan mo sa mundong ito, kapag wala ka pa doon sa victory, ibig sabihin, hindi pa tapos ang laban. Kasi Jesus has already stored victorious life para sa iyo na anak niya. Oh, huwag magpapaloko sa kaaway ha. See you.